This is News 4 San Antonio at 10.
Crisis at the border. We're taking you to Del Rio on the ground and in the sky as we get answers from Border Patrol about the humanitarian crisis.
The debate over COVID-19 booster shots. Dr. Fauci weighs in on whether you need one, despite an FDA panel giving them the thumbs down for most Americans.
And later, getting back to business, what you can expect in the third legislative special session as state lawmakers return to the Capitol.
But first, thank you so much for joining us. I'm Robert Price.
And I'm Simone D'Alba. Tonight, we're continuing our coverage for you on the humanitarian crisis at the border in Del Rio.
Thousands of migrants flooding the border town as they try to make their way into the U.S. We begin with video from our World Car Sky 4 helicopter high in the sky above Del Rio, where migrants, mostly from Haiti, remain camped out under this border bridge. Large crowds of people here. Today, we saw many more still crossing the Rio Grande.
And this is a closer view of the migrants under the bridge. You can see several makeshift camps. Many of them are built with cane, which is growing nearby, just to give people some shade from the sun. Yesterday, the head count was more than 14,000 people. And today, that number is down to a little more than 12,000.
So within the next 24 hours, Border Patrol expects to have up to 3,000 more migrants moved out, put on planes back to Haiti and other countries.
The Border Patrol chief also gave us some insight. Why are they coming specifically to Del Rio, and why now?
Haitians and folks from Western Africa traditionally cross in the Del Rio sector area because they have known individuals previously who have crossed in this area. They say the community across the border in Acuña is relatively safe, and so traditionally it's because of word of mouth. Certainly what happened this time is that number doubled and then tripled relatively quickly.
Border Patrol is bringing in nearly 600 agents and officers to get a handle on the situation, and the chief says he does feel like they have a pretty good handle on it right now. He did make clear most migrants will not be allowed in the country and will be deported.
A lot of these people have been traveling for months and even longer than that in search of a dream and an opportunity.
Well, right now, there's also a big effort underway just to improve living conditions. More food and water being brought in, along with more essential items like portable toilets.
And paramedics are also on hand for any medical situations that may arise. News 4 San Antonio's Amanda Henderson joins us live from Del Rio with this human toll the crisis is taking. Amanda.
Robert, it's definitely taking a toll. As you can see right behind me, there's an ambulance. I'm not sure if you can see the ambulance, but I'm sure you can see the lights. That has to be at least the sixth one we've seen in our time here earlier today. And that really helps paint the picture that a state lawmaker also gave to us who toured the camp today. He says babies are being born under that bridge, and people who have cancer are also enduring this excessive heat. It feels like over 100 degrees during the day. But now state officials, as well as Good Samaritans, they're coming together to make sure that this humanitarian crisis is at bay.
We just kind of took this spot, made it the kitchen.
The scorching Texas temperatures aren't stopping these grill masters. This isn't your average backyard barbecue.
A group of our community members, they donated the food, they donated whatever funds we needed to buy the food that we needed, and sent us down here, and here we are.
TJ Richardson and Dave Gast are making food for officials working at the Del Rio International Bridge.
I do think a little bit about the people on the other side. We were just talking earlier about, imagine that trip. If Haiti really is the majority of the population, Del Rio is a long ways away.
Thousands have been crossing the river to this camp right here. Del Rio is in State Senator Roland Gutierrez's district. He saw firsthand the conditions the migrants are living in.
It's really something that I've never seen before in my lifetime.
As Border Patrol works to get migrants out of camps, into processing centers, and onto planes back home, State Senator Gutierrez suspects only a limited number qualify for asylum.
The planes began today, this morning. At the end of the day, you know, it's unfortunate, but some people are going to be deported. And for many of the Haitian people that are here today, that may happen sooner than later, especially some of the young men.
He revealed how officials will keep order if news of migrants being sent back home causes chaos under the bridge.
We are getting more personnel as we speak. There's more federal personnel, there's more state personnel that are coming out here. And so as that begins to happen, we'll be able to hopefully quell any of the problems that are happening.
Is there anything you would like to say to people in Del Rio who have told us that they don't feel the federal government's doing enough for this situation?
We're going to continue to talk to the federal government and make sure that the resources are here.
Again, the situation is very fluid. It's changing minute by minute, so we're going to continue to bring updates. The mayor of Del Rio actually told a local radio station that the border being closed for all trade and travel has left an economic impact on both them as well as the cities right across the border in Mexico. Amanda Henderson, News 4, San Antonio.